The biggest lessons I've learned in my life are here. Through different stories and topics, I'm going to inspire and motivate you to reach your success and your dreams. I'm so grateful that you're here with me on Journey to Success. So, let's enjoy my next episode together. Did you know that nearly 70% of people admit to struggling with self sabotage? This means, guys, that they're getting their own way, often because they don't trust themselves enough to move forward. So, when you don't trust yourself, you are more likely to doubt your decisions, second guess your instincts, and stop yourself from achieving your true potential. So, today we are diving deep into how to build self trust and why it's the key to unlocking your success. Hi, guys, my name is Fabio from Journey to Success, and welcome. Self trust, it's a simple concept, all right, but one that many of us overlook at the end. So, trusting yourself is crucial for personal and professional growth. It's about believing in your decisions, your abilities, and your worth. Without self trust, you will hesitate when opportunities come your way, and you will feel stuck in your journey towards success. So, in today's episode, I want to talk about why self trust is important and how we can strengthen it, especially when we feel like we are holding ourselves back. Okay? Trusting yourself doesn't mean you will never make mistakes. It's not about that. It's important to make mistakes, it's part of the process. It means that when you do, you have the confidence to learn from them and move forward. So, this trust is what helps people break free from the cycle of self sabotage. So, how do we start trusting ourselves more? Let's explore that. Of course, before to go forward, as always, please subscribe. So I know this is the right direction to drive you, lead you, guide you towards your journey to success. And let's start, right? So when it comes to self trust, sorry, most of us face similar challenges. Self doubt is a big one, so we often wonder, am I really good enough to do this? Or what if I fail? You know, phrases like that, questions like that. This fear or failure can be strong that we don't even try. So instead of taking that next step, we freeze or even go backward, sabotaging our chances for success. So another challenge is perfectionism. We think we have to be perfect before we can trust ourselves. But perfectionism creates a cycle of fear of not being good enough, fear of making mistakes, and ultimately, fear of trying at all. So, the truth is, self trust is not about being perfect, it's more about knowing that no matter what happens, you can handle it. Self sabotage can also be quiet. Maybe you start a project but never finish it because you're afraid it won't be good enough. Or maybe you avoid new challenges because you are scared of what might happen if things don't go as planned, as you wished. These are all signs that you are not fully trusting yourself and that can block your path to success. So, why do we sabotage ourselves? The answer often lies in our minds. The way we talk to ourselves has a huge impact on how much we trust ourselves. Negative self-talk, those little voices in your head saying, you can't do this or you are not smart enough, can be deeply rooted in past experiences. Maybe someone once told you that you weren't good enough, you know what I mean? And now you believe it, but it's not true. This brings us to the psychological side of self sabotage. So, past failures, criticism from others, or even society's expectations can shape how we see ourselves. Over time, we start to believe that we don't deserve success or that we will never achieve our goals. When this happens, we create barriers in our own minds, telling ourselves that we're not capable or not even worthy. But here is the good news, guys. You can rewire your brain, okay? It starts with becoming aware of these negative thoughts and replacing them with more positive ones. For example, instead of saying, I'll never succeed, you could say, I might not succeed right away, but I'm learning and growing with every step. This shift in mindset takes practice, but it is the first step towards building self trust. Another key factor in overcoming self sabotage is understanding your own values and strengths. When you know what matters most to you, it becomes easier to trust the decisions you make. You're not just guessing, you're following a path that aligns with who you are and what you believe in. This is why self reflection is so important. Spend time getting to know yourself, your goals, and your values. One technique that I advise is journaling, for example. Write down the moments when you felt unsure or doubted yourself and then explore why. What is the reason? What was the fear behind it? So, by breaking it down, you can often see that the fear is either irrational or not as big as it seemed. Over time, you will start to recognize patterns and learn how to respond to these doubts with confidence. Something we talked in the previous episode, confidence. So, what we have learned today, guys. Self trust is the foundation of success. Okay? Without it, we hold ourselves back, stuck in a cycle of self doubt and fear. But by changing our mindset, practicing self awareness, and believing in our abilities, we can break free from self sabotage and start achieving our goals. Remember, building self trust takes time, okay? It's not about being perfect or never doubting yourself. It's not about that. It's more about learning to trust that you can figure out no matter what challenges you face. And when you do that, you will be unstoppable. Now, I would love to hear from you guys. Have you ever struggled with trusting yourself? What steps have you taken to overcome self doubt? Share your experiences in the comments below. I would love, as always, to hear your story. Now, if you enjoyed today's episode, please share it with someone who might need this message. Your support means the world to me, you know that. And while I would love for you to follow me here on Journey to Success, what is even more important is that you share this episode with someone who needs to hear it. Thank you, guys. Thank you for joining me also today on this beautiful episode. And remember, trust yourself. You are more capable than you think. Cheers. Wow, can you believe it? Here we are at the end of the episode. That's amazing. Thank you so much for sticking around, guys. If you enjoyed what you heard, I would really appreciate if you could take a moment to share this episode with someone who could benefit from it. Thanks again for tuning in, and I can't wait to catch you in the next episode. Cheers.